Welcome to the Gospel of Stungun. Human Zoo.
Oh, Danny G now. Hedgehog Man started doing a Danny G daily, which is not for me. I remember when he was doing the Decker daily. Now that worked for a while. I thought it was hilarious because Decker does so much stupid, controversial shit. He takes no responsibility for anything. He blames everybody else. He's always coughing and hacking phlegm, and it's just unbearable. And now, as soon as I see his big fucking chiseled head, I'm just like, oh god, I can't stand that guy. But if he puts up a video, I have to click on it. But yeah, Hedgehog Man's doing this Danny G daily, and I just don't like watching Danny G. He's funny when you first see him rage, and he's going, I'll bite you. So not only is he the best golfer on YouTube, the hardest man on YouTube, the fastest swimmer on YouTube, the smartest man on YouTube, the most honest man on YouTube. What does he do in his spare time? He's had more fights than Brian Cockrell. He's bit off more noses than Dracula, and it just gets boring, just him telling everyone how hard he is and how smart he is, and that's all it is really. So there's no long, he's got the replay value of a lottery ticket. Craig, dude, I think he should do something else other or on top of the Danny G daily, because I don't really like watching that, but I like watching it when he does stuff about Brett May or other characters.
Oi, Craig here. You miss me? Danny G. Please, more like the only Viking who gets seasick in a bath. Calls himself a warrior. Last time he went berserk was when they ran out of Monster Munch.
Now, Craig, calm down. I know you're foaming at the mouth like a smoking sheriff who just sneezed mid-bump at a Spoon's disco. But let's talk about this geezer Stungun. Ah, yes, why do they call him Stungun? Mate, no one actually knows. Some say it's because he once brought a taser to a Zoom call. Others reckon it's the noise his brain makes when you ask him a basic question. But truth is, they call him Stungun because every time he talks, it leaves the room twitching. Not from shock, from second-hand embarrassment and spiritual damage. So yeah, Stungun. Less weapon, more blunt trauma with Wi-Fi. He's got more stories than Broadmoor's group therapy session. Real once-upon-a-crime energy. He's like David Icke meets David Brent. If they both had a head injury in the same canoe accident, and started live streaming from a caravan powered by trauma and monster energy drinks. Now, on to Hedgehog. Bless him. I respect the hustle, yeah? Trying something new, putting his little spike out there. But let's not lie to ourselves. The Danny G stuff, that's no Decker. I wonder if we'll see him again. I'd say we will. After all, the man's bounced back more times than a dodgy JD Sports refund, and he's been cancelled more times than a dodgy Sky package. Say what you want when Decker's live, the whole circus shows up. Ex-bouncers, ghost hunters, bare-knuckle philosophers, and that one fella with a face tattoo of an air fryer. Now Hedgehog, mate, he's trying, I'll give him that. But sometimes Danny G's content feels like a dial-up modem having a breakdown in real time. I'd pay good money real notes to see a Stungun and Hedgehog crossover. On one side, Hedgehog Man, blunt, brutal, built for sound bites and one-liners. On the other, Stungun storytime sorcerer with a memory like a cracked VHS. When they meet, you don't get answers, you get a new genre.
Yeah, JDP, the most boring man on YouTube. He's just so unlikable. I've been really trying not to dislike him. Do watch that Clown World or Clown Universe. I fucking can't remember which one it is. And he puts up clips of JDP.
At least the geezer's putting content out, yeah? Say what you like, but this dark corner of YouTube be a bloody graveyard without him just echo chambers and energy drinks. Now me, I don't do the online drama thing. Last time I got dragged into beef, some little mug took liberties with my pizza and I took a cheese grater to his boat.
Then we'll move on to another bacon enabler, Mr. Dr. Rackpool, aka Dr. Fat Skull. His fucking head's massive. It looks like what the Biz is going to look like in 20 years' time. So unlucky, Biz. Rackpool's been doing the same video for the last 6 months. It's become unbearable. It's just the same thing. Just got back from work, moving the cones, shout out the real one, JDP. Oh, this guy's a goof. That's all he does, day after day, and it's just boring now. He said, oh yeah, Dougie Joyce had some good, kind words to say about the doc. And then he went on to Dougie Joyce, and Dougie Joyce said, oh, is that Rackpool? The big fat smelly cunt. And yeah, the doc, ain't no one stealing your ideas, mate. Moving the cone. You've been doing the same video for the last 6 months.
Dr. Rackpool's so old, his first video was carved on a stone tablet and flagged by Moses for copyright.
Now, let me tell you something about Dr. Rackpool, the immortal, unkillable YouTube titan, legend of a man. That man's been uploading since I was still out there shifting gear to pay for me crack habit and a doner with extra sauce. He's older than EncroChat. Older than that dodgy CCTV that caught me napping in the back of a Mondeo. The man's so old school, his first subscriber was the Yorkshire Ripper on dial-up. Look, I ain't knocking it. Rackpool's part of the furniture now. The dark side of YouTube without Rackpool, that's like Essex without fake tan, debt, or Danny Dyer impressions. It just don't work, bruv. But let's be honest. He has been doing the same bleeding video for 6 months straight, alright? Same tone, same intro, same 240p thumbnail of a bloke with a shadowy past and a packet of Lambert and Butlers. I mean, serious question now, is he alright? Does he think he's uploading for the first time every time? Do we need to get someone to check if Rackpool's got Alzheimer's? Or if he's just stuck in a YouTube time loop? Still, credit where it's due, he's consistent. Like death, taxes, and Brett May vanishing when Christie's name gets mentioned.
Oh, I've seen somebody, a new guy is unlocked on YouTube. Well, I say a new guy, I think he's been around for a while. But his name is the King of the Roast Dinners, the King of the Roast, he calls himself. A guy called Chris Murphy. Every video is like fucking throwing himself around like he's going to jump into an Andy Smith rap battle at any minute. He tries roasting people, but he's just not very good at it. He's tagged me a few times. You look like you've had 48 crack pipes and sniffed about 62 lines before every video. And then he made a video, tagged me again, and said that he's alright. And then he tagged me again and said that he was sorry. I was like, fucking hell, he's bipolar as fuck. He's up and down like Decker's ass in a fucking playground. But he seems to be out every day just like begging for a back and forth with someone. So if there's anybody out there.
King of the Roast is so jittery, I thought he was buffering in real life, just stood there twitching like a live stream on stolen Wi-Fi.
Right, listen here. I'm talking about the King of the Roasts. The man, the myth, the migraine. You know who I mean. The geezer who's so jittery he makes a scratched DVD look smooth. I've seen lab rats karma on Red Bull. Bloke's got more ticks than a Romanian scrapyard dog. Starts a sentence in Essex, ends it in the Twilight Zone. Voice going up and down like a gear stick in a stolen Vauxhall. 1 minute he's roasting Brett May, next he's talking to the fridge and calling it bro. Proper wild card. This side of YouTube, the dark side, it's full of fake tough guys and ex-gym rats crying on live. So when someone turns up with a bit of spark, a bit of madness, I say bring it on. Yeah, he's twitchier than a police informant at a Cray family barbecue, but that's his charm. He ain't trying to be polished, he ain't holding back. And he sure as shit ain't boring. Look, not everyone's built to be a brand. Some of us are built to be bloody bonfires. And he's one spark away from setting the algorithm on fire, and I hope he does. We need eccentrics. We need the ones who speak their mind, even if half the time you need subtitles and a medium to understand them. 'Cause in a world of clones and clout chasers, he's real. So here's to him, the King of the Roasts. Keep barking. Keep twitching, keep swinging. Just don't ever sit next to me in a car again. You nearly gave me a heart attack with them sudden bloody outbursts.
The Stinking Sheriff, he's done one, hasn't he? Fucking hell. He came back the other day, showed us all his massive guts, did a bit of farting and burping, and then just disappeared. Just came on saying, oh, the sheriff's been a div. So, well, at least we can all agree on that then. and I'm gonna win her back. I'm gonna win her heart back. We don't care, mate. In fact, we do not want that mental image of you with a woman. That's the last thing I want to see. Can you imagine it? Squelching and burping and farting, you know, grabbing his hip, like throwing his hip out every time he thrusts, fucking grabbing his chest, burping. But yeah, could you imagine him, stinky Rackpool, and the stinky sheriff in a room together? They've just been done for shoplifting or something, and they're about to go for a little run away from the police. The police have got him, cuffed him, stuck him in a cell together. Whew, can you imagine walking into that cell?
The Snorting Sheriff. Where do I start? Bloke don't sniff lions, he devours them like they owe him rent. I've seen Les Powder at a baking convention. He's like a Dyson, with commitment issues. You ever watched his live streams? It's like watching a hurricane in a windbreaker. 1 minute he's exposing someone for something no one asked about, next minute he's halfway through a ghost story about a dream he had in 2004. And his jaw? That thing's doing laps. Looks like he's trying to chew through a parking ticket. He does so much gear, his nose has a loyalty card. One more bump, and Columbia's sending him a Christmas hamper. But I'll say this, and I mean it, the bloke's a good egg. A Neanderthal of a man, yeah. Built like he just lost a fight with evolution. But there's a heart in there. Somewhere under the paranoia, powder, and whatever that accent is. Truth is, I hope he finds love. We all deserve that, even if your idea of romance is a kebab and a conspiracy theory. Even if you snort more than you sleep. 'Cause beneath the chaos, the sweat, and the twitching, there's a geezer who's loyal, who's passionate, who actually gives a shit, and that's rare on this side of YouTube. Most people round here'd sell their nan for a shout out and a packet of Monster Munch. So yeah, he might be off his nut half the time. He might mistake a heart-to-heart for a 3-hour voice note. And he might think love's a live stream with someone shouting facts every 5 minutes. But I reckon he'll get there. And when he does, I'll be the first to raise a pint. Or at least a protein shake, powder-free. Anyway, I'm off. Got a meeting with a bloke who swears blind he's the real Cray brother and runs a podcast out of his shed next to his mum's koi pond. YouTube's a dark place, lads. But someone's got to run it. See you around, you mugs.
Snorting Sheriff? Bloke's done more lines than a Shakespeare play and made less sense.
Bonjour.
Human Zoo.